just come back from our hole.
Whoa! We showed everyone this yet.
Yeah, babe,
this is our new
hashtag ad and our hashtag.
Yeah, it's our hashtag ad, but I don't think we've hashtag spoke about it on the hashtag Drive Thru Diaries.
Everyone, hi. We've just come back from our holes, but actually that's old news now. That's yesterday's chip paper because she's just come back from a shag.
I've literally just got back. I'm literally
Can you
fresh.
smell the sex on her?
I had a quick shower.
I hope you.
Oh, do you know when you keep getting
Robbed your
flashbacks? I
vagina.
just had a big flashback. Oh god.
What was the flashback of you?
Where he came on me.
Babe, did you use a condom?
Babe, a Bible a condom wouldn't have fit on his dick.
Babe,
I don't know what to tell you.
We made a deal.
No, I know the deal. What the deal was.
Shag him 3 times.
I would try.
No, that is fake news. Go back, rewind the tape.
Did I say I'd do it? Oh, I'm so silly when I've had a wine. It's really bad. Naughty. It's so bad. It's not funny.
It won't be naughty funny
When you've got chlamydia
and syphilis.
My mum was banging on the other day about HIV. She was like, well, you'll transmit HIV.
No, he seems like a clean person.
He seems really clean.
When was the last time he shagged you? Didn't talk about?
Shall I ask him now?
Are you clear from syphilis?
P.S. Oh, that's crazy. Guys, this is wild.
This is wild.
Hot off the press, because obviously we did, if you don't follow us on TikTok, UKK, we did this like
TikTok
videos about me going on the date. I'll just literally put the one up where Doggy Rich is in it. And
he texted her straight away saying, Georgie, you revealed my name on TikTok. And I said, on what? We were like...
We panicked. I didn't even know his last name until like fucking 5 minutes
and
ago.
all we said was his name is Doggy Rich.
Doggy Rich. Doggy Rich. We didn't do doggy once. Can we? We can't talk about it, but it's shocking.
No, I think for his own personal, he can't deal with the online abuse. Everyone's hating on his rocks.
I don't think he'll be abused by me telling him that he's got a mighty schlong on him. I literally said to him this morning, I was like,
is it?
do you think about it every minute of every day?
What did he say?
He said, no. And I said, you won't be able to, because he said, oh, I could come to spin. I said, you won't be able to.
Get that
Where
on the
will
bike.
you
Where are you going to
it?
put that? It's going to swing left and right. Up that hill, be swinging left and right.
Guys, how funny. Raw just said to Al was obviously like giving Raw the goss, and Al just said, you know, she doesn't have to shag them. Like,
and I said,
actually, in hindsight, Raw, good point. Do you know what? Good point. Don't have to shag them. Basically, last night,
I knew it.
It escalated
It's
really
pointless
quickly.
to say to her, baby, don't have to shag them, because I just know she's going to have one wine and she's going to be in there.
If I fancy him enough, I was texting Al, it was so funny. I was texting her, like, trying to give her, like, synopsis of what he looked like, what he was like. And just as I got, like, drunker, I just, like, cared less and less. I fancied him. And when I fancy someone and I've had a wine, that is the only thing on my mind.
No, as it should be, babe.
So my recollection of the night was that we ended up in this pub dancing to live music. Yeah, having
God,
a hilarious time
fun.
drinking tequila. We'd had a conversation earlier in the night where I was talking about how I find it really hard when you want a date to carry on but you don't want to keep drinking.
Yes.
This was early doors, like after one wine. Anyway, obviously that went out the window because we drank so much. Like both properly hungover this morning, like not good vibes.
She also texted me being like, we're on our 3rd place and I'm not even pissed. And I thought, babe,
I was so bladdered by then.
that's when you know, but that's what always happens. When
and
you
also
think
I'm
you're not
trying to tell
pissed.
myself
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
pissed when
yeah.
actually I was legless.
I'm not even pissed.
I think it's because I hadn't been to the toilet yet until
You've got
then,
to
and I
break
think
the
then when I
seal.
sat on the toilet I was like, oh, I'm really drunk.
And then you like sway.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, I'd said to him about that. So then later in the night I'd been like, oh, if we do want to like carry on the night, like I could come back to yours. We don't have to shag. And he literally just looked me dead in the face and he went, no, I want to shag you. And I was like, oh,
I love that.
yeah,
Sexy.
crazy. So then I remember him just booking the Uber, but apparently I said to him, he was like, we were just dancing mid-drink, and I just looked at him and I was like, should we go back to yours now? And he booked the cab, and then before I knew it.
Also, guys, we knew he lived in Clapham because that's why they met on Northcote Road. And so I was watching her on Find My Friend, and his house is literally, I could
yours.
have screamed and she would have heard me.
I
Yeah.
was so confused this morning when I woke up and I was like, wait, I kind of know where I am. Then I went to go and get us coffee this morning.
Where did you go?
To this amazing place, everyone, he also kind of lives in Brixton.
Yeah, no, it is halfway between here and Brixton.
So close.
Yeah. I know exactly the road.
Can I show you this coffee shop? Because babe, the pastries.
Oh yeah, well then let's go. Are you going to shag him again? Maybe I can pick you up and we can have a coffee next time afterwards, the 3 of us, with his dog, Doggy Rich.
Oh guys, really serious. He's just really asked me to take it down, the TikTok.
Oh dear.
I wonder how we could do it that protects his privacy. you forget that people don't really like it.
Oh, the rucksack hate got to him.
Oh, the ruck galleys. You went in on the rucksack. Hey, he'd come straight from a day.
No, I knew it.
He'd been out for the
said to
day.
him.
And he had to do some work when he was out, so he had his laptop. We can take it down, re-upload it.
Or are you
Okay.
happy to keep your name or whatever? Oh, I shouldn't have showed him. He would never have known.
He would never have seen. I shouldn't have sent him TikTok. Might be the second day out the window. Bloody hell, we're just putting out some fires, girls. Oh, call us firefighters.
I think it's really funny because we kind of forget. It is hot in here, isn't it?
It's really
'cause
warm.
It's
because the sun's on
out.
us.
I do think we are highly desensitised
To how uncomfortable
this.
people feel with having a huge amount of people like look at them, know their business, know who they are, know what they're doing. That's
like
our
even
whole
to be
lives.
like commented on like in any respect, like
Yeah,
you know,
like it's quite hardcore when you've never really had that before.
I don't think I've ever been like that though. Like even before I started doing this for work, I don't think I did this. I was like that.
I've never felt sensitive about it, but then is that why we can do this? Like because we're oversharers?
Yeah.
Like I never feel embarrassed about people knowing things about me, really.
neither,
I
me
couldn't give a
neither.
shit actually what you think. I find it funny and I think sharing is caring.
I don't know, it's hard though opening yourself up for people who aren't used to that level of like observation. I think it's just like people observing you. Like even some people get funny about their friends observing them, you know, or like commenting on like their relationship and then you open, yeah, it's weird.
Also, it's really hard because like I obviously can talk about people in like a really reserved way that like protects their identity, and unless you knew them and you knew that they knew me, you wouldn't know that I was talking about
But
them.
when you're that person that you think,
You
oh,
think
it's
everyone
obvious it's me.
knows.
Oh my god, I've had this so many
It's
times.
so obvious it's me. It's not obvious. People miss it. People don't put two and two together. It's not obvious.
My friend.
I'm really bad though. I do say full names sometimes. I must stop doing that.
No, but my friend was like, you've basically been like, here's an artist's impression of me. And I was like,
Stop.
it's not though, because you only know that because you're you and you have the context of knowing me.
Yes, and you know the story that's being told. No one else knows that that's
No
your
one
story.
else is going to go and look through who I follow on Instagram to know that you're you. Like,
And if they do, goodness me, let them.
No,
They've
but
got no life, let them.
Also, everyone's private on Instagram, so I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, no one's getting done for defamation here. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not defamating anyone.
Defamating.
I'm so pissed still, I think. Defaming.
Defaming.
Well, what should we call him? Dave from last night?
Doggy Dave.
Doggy Dave was good vibes, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I say, can you at least give me a review of the date?
If you told Rule all this, he'd be like, obviously, he's entitled.
He's entitled to his privacy. You're disgusting. Filming him like that, you are like
Without his
Paps.
consent.
He did not give you his consent.
It's an invasion of privacy.
It is an invasion of privacy.
It's
Sorry,
not
Doggy
really.
Dave.
What's so private about your backpack? Do you know what I mean? Like, also, lots of love to you, Doggy Dave. People think it's quite easy. Tell me.
That's so rude.
Show me.
Okay, I said, can you at least give me a review of the date? The
No,
good
no.
people will want to know. He said 9 out of 10, deduct 1 point for extra washing, but a great time overall and
What do you mean
excited
extra
to see her
washing?
again.
Washing your lips?
Because I bled on the sheets because his penis was so big.
Oh, that is so rude.
Oh no, he said actually deduct 2 for that for the washing, but add 1 for a tattoo of an Audi A1. Fuck's sake.
Oh, that's
really
brilliant.
good.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay, listen, you've got to ease them in. If he doesn't want the TikTok, he doesn't want the TikTok. It's so funny. Yeah, we must be careful how we speak about other people, but it's just story time for the
It's
gals.
hard as well because, like, I think in this industry you are surrounded by people who are like, it's no problem. Well, not even,
babe. We are very candid. I think, and I pray that we're able to take this when we're bigger. We were making jokes yesterday that we're just washed up because no one really wants to invite us
Yeah,
to press
Raw was like,
junkets or anything
your
anymore.
yesterday's chip paper, your yesterday's news. He was like, why don't you both go out and actually fucking do something with
He was
it?
like, why don't you both find an actual job? And we were like, sorry, we're having a board meeting. And I was led with my eyes closed on the sofa speaking to Al. Al was like sitting on top of me and
And we
he
were
literally
like-
came in and he was like, I actually can't with you two.
He was like, being around you two was like,
Yeah.
and she was like, the noose is a bit excessive.
The news is too much, Raw. And he was like, it is. And then he was cracking me up. Why was he making me laugh
He's so weird.
much?
He's so weird. He's so
He
weird.
can't look at like one thing or do one thing.
He's like,
Lizzie had opened this pack of Thai crackers or something.
Oh yeah.
She's munching on them and then he goes, oh, can I have a few, Lizzie, thanks. And he's cracking on the Thai crackers, he's having a lovely time. He goes, oh, a bit spicy, aren't they? Actually, I don't really like them. Keeps diving back into the bag of Thai crackers.
Whole bag.
Diving back in, but as he's eating them going, oh, they're a bit spicy, don't really like them, they're disgusting. And then he's looking out the window and then he's eating the Thai crackers again by accident. I honestly was crying at him. And then he was like, you two are so special, why are you led there? What's so funny? It's not funny. I'm not doing anything funny. And I was like, well, you are the funniest man I know, actually, just by default.
No, then he goes, we were like, does anyone want to have dinner with us tomorrow night? And silence, both of them.
Silence in the room.
And then he went goy. Oh, and she was like, if anyone ever asked me what is a boy, I'd be like, I just have to roll in Rory White. Like,
He's literally like a boy.
He is the
like
boy.
If an alien came to this planet and was like, oh, explain what a boy is. I'd just roll him in and I'd just let him talk for 5 minutes and you would know.
So funny.
He's talking about this girl. Why was he even talking about that girl?
Because she had
and he just goes, oh, enormous chaps. We were like, oh, what was she like? Oh, enormous chaps. No, those girls that have got enormous chaps at 15.
And then he goes, yeah, my friend was trying to finger bang.
He's so good. He's actually golden.
No, the best thing is, so he didn't even want to have dinner with us, and then basically now he's making us dinner.
So what do you think he'll cook up?
Something nice. I said to him, don't worry about it, actually, we can make it. He was like, no, I like to cook, I'll make something really nice for you too. And then he was like, is Lizzie in? I'll ask her if she wants something. And I was like, she won't want to fucking eat with us, I can tell you that for free.
No, she loves us too, just that they both like to pretend they don't.
Babe, maybe we have to play it really cool. Like, no laughing allowed. Like,
yeah, and like we should be a bit like more like
not bothered.
Yeah, not bothered, and like to them just be a bit more like, oh, how was your day?
We're so not like that. We're like golden retrievers around them.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, look at your hair looks so good. God. Oh my god, you're so gorgeous. Oh my god, I love you. And then I'm like, oh, raw hug. I made him hug Ali, and then I just got behind him and put him in the sandwich and hugged him. He was like, you guys are so weird. And I'm like breathing down his neck, like, why are we weird? Why is this weird? No,
and then I said to him when you left, I was like, you're so mean. He was like, oh, it's just banter. It's just banter.
I didn't want him to start being nice to me. I'd be so uneasy.
And I said to him, do you actually hate us? He was like, no, I actually love you.
I think he does.
I think he does, but he likes to play that role, so well, that's fine.
Let him do that.
Yeah, imagine
bad breath. I was being so mean to him because basically he'd got home from work and they hadn't hugged and I was so cross about it.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, well, you must come over and put your heart on Ali's heart because it's really good for you. And anyway, he came over and then he's like, obviously like, you know, like a little puppy dog, he can't look at one thing. He's like, oh my breath's so bad. His
breath is bad in general. I've said to him, I think you should go to the mouth doctor.
He's so good. He's really, really good. God, I can't believe we've had to take that TikTok down,
I'm actually
Dave.
quite cross about that.
I'm so cross with him not being a game.
Actually.
Staring at me.
I went to buy some flowers.
Yeah.
He was really hitting on me. I haven't had this for quite a long time. He just started talking at me. I wasn't going to be rude because I've been told off by fucking her and Raw that I'm too stern and I'm not warm and la la la. So.
Maddie Grace Jepson thinks you're incredibly warm. And that is all that matters.
Sometimes I am. I can. If I want to be cold, yeah, hi.
I think I'd like a blank street blueberry matcha.
Hey, really?
How do you feel about that?
I'd like a wet thing, so I could go to M&S while you're there.
Does Raw need anything for later?
Should we call him?
Yeah, he'll love that.
He went to the office at 10 o'clock this morning.
I can't believe you went to the office at 10 o'clock this morning. Are you still there?
I'm here, yes.
You have no work boundaries, you must come home.
While you're both on the phone, what would you like for dinner?
Well, what do you like to cook?
Yeah,
we want you to have after your night of debauchery.
I actually do need to go to confession.
No, Bob.
Can you shower and like detox yourself, please, before you enter our home?
I use some Dove.
Bleach, bleach yourself up. Bleach everywhere.
Okay.
Also, the rugs on the wall were really nice. I think they're really nice. That carpet.
Raw, it was the one on the floor that blew my mind. I hadn't even noticed how bad it was until you said.
Sick would have looked better on it.
Really good. Really, really good. Yeah, it was not quite
it was not quite up to your standards.
Where did he live?
What do you want to have for dinner then, Raw?
We can have a Greek-inspired dinner.
Yes. Yes, I love it. Whatever you just said, so good.
Why don't we have Greek salad and then something like chicken
skewers or something? Or like,
yeah, like a chicken souvlaki.
Oh, yum to the gyros.
What is the gyros? Like a pitta? Yeah, I could have that.
It's like marinated chicken.
Come on, speaking my language.
So we have a Greek night.
Okay.
Greek night.
Whoppa! Bob, to get you in the mood for us all going on holiday together.
Yes.
Exactly. Can't wait.
He can't wait.
Counting the days.
And will we always make sure that your sunbed is between the two of us? You're in the middle.
Do you want any?
And do you want us to get anything?
No, I'll get it.
Are
That's
you
fine.
sure?
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
I can hear you when you whisper.
Wait till you see the spread. I can't wait. I'm so hungry because I've been shagging all night. So.
That's disgusting. Keep your thoughts. Keep your thoughts. Just say thank you.
Bob, do you want to get a shagging all night? Do you want to sex me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know we're filming right now?
Well, do you know what's really funny? That you'll really sympathise with this guy last night. We put up a TikTok of Ali dropping me off
I
on
know
a
you're
date.
not filming because you wouldn't talk about this when you're filming.
We are filming.
We are filming, we'll cut it.
We're going to cut this.
He basically is shown in like walking up to me and hugging me, and a girl that he was meant to go on a date with last night, he met with me instead, messaged him being like, what the fuck, I've seen you on TikTok with that girl, you said you were ill.
That's good.
That's bad,
good.
Isn't it? And now he's asked us to take it
Us to take it
down.
down because he's put his foot in it.
Because he wants his privacy, he's entitled to his privacy.
That's fair enough.
We knew you'd say that, we knew you'd be on his side.
I said to him, if you tell Raw to that, he'll be like, as he should, everyone's entitled to their private.
He actually is entitled to his private life, that's the jarring thing.
But what do you think about the fact that he's only entitled to it because he should have been honest with this other girl?
Yeah, he should have been.
Yeah, but he's still entitled to some privacy. Like this, you need to tell me before you film me.
Yeah, fair. We need to get verbal consent first.
I could sue you for defamation.
What? How do we defy you?
Yeah,
We
but
literally just say that Al wants to shag you all the time and
Also-
you're a really good cook.
No, if you didn't tell me and then I said something that I wouldn't want being...
Lucky for you, Rory Wyatt, if you look bad, we look bad.
If I don't care, but you just need to be careful whoever you speak to, because one day that might come back and bite you on the arse.
Yeah.
And no one likes getting bitten on the arse.
Bob, can I just say also, we haven't defamed you. We've actually done a lot to prop up your public image.
Girls are actually flocking to you. You're actually like a catch now.
I'm not saying me, because I don't care, but
You're saying every
someone might, like,
Tom, Dick and Harry that I'm shagging.
Someone. Okay, what time would you like dinner? 7?
Yeah,
7?
perfect.
Okay. We could watch a movie.
I can't wait. Is Missy in?
Sure, I'll ask her.
Yeah, ask her
Yeah,
because
I'll
she
ask
might want veggie version of gyros, whatever the fuck that
yeah,
is.
good idea.
Yeah, Ross.
What's it called? Gyros.
Gyros.
Gyration.
Do you want to gyrate?
Gyration in the nation.
No, you two need help. Okay, I'll
Love
see you later. Okay, see you then.
Love you.
Have fun. Bye.
One day he will say love you. One day.
Not never going to happen on our wedding day. You'll be like, please!
Say love you. You do love me. Say it.
Should we go to...
Shall we drive and then we can talk about, you can tell everyone about your holiday. By the way,
you want a
yeah, I think I do actually. I must keep these glasses on because I'm so deathly hungover and it's making the world look like a nicer
you do look like
place.
shit, so yeah, definitely keep them on.
I actually do look like shit. She's all my makeup.
Can we have it a bit warmer now? It is.
No, babe, I'm so hot. I'm dripping
Take your
sweat.
trousers off or something. It's not my problem.
Don't forget to get a picture of me in this. Don't forget.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes, but just from behind. I just need a fit pic.
Oh, just
Not looking fit.
And just, babe, just do
fit
this.
check.
Do
yeah.
this.
Well, I've got my big noncy glasses on for a reason. So tell us all about your holiday.
It was really magical, actually. It was
so beautiful.
It was so relaxing, and so we went to Kos. I've been to a lot of Greece with my family, but I really wanted to go somewhere with like minimal fuss. Do you know what I mean? It's like really Greek.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what it was.
I'm looking for a man in finance.
Trust fund.
6'5", blue eyes.
Doggy Davis finance trust fund.
He's
6'5"
literally
blue eyes.
6'2". It's such a letdown.
He is trust fund.
Al googled his family and his net worth.
She's gonna want to fucking cash in on that, I can tell you that.
I best keep him sweet on the TikToks. I don't want to work again. I've had enough. I was driving here today, sorry, you can continue to tell me about your holiday because I can't wait to hear about your sex life. Sorry, Rory's entitled to his private life, so you must talk about him as if it's not him.
As if it's not him, as if
it was with a Greek man.
Yes.
Yeah, I was driving here and I was like, oh, like funny that it's a Saturday and like I want to do this, but this technically is work.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I can't wait to film. How
Yeah.
weird is that? It's so good.
Why were you saying that?
I was saying it to myself as I potted over here, pondering life's decisions.
No, I want to tell you this because of all your fucking meltdowns recently about quitting. I read this thing.
I had one big one.
Well, there are two.
Okay. Whoops. I was PMSing, by the way, just so everyone knows. It was quite a
No, it's not a problem, but I read this thing.
Yeah.
In this hotel, there was this little book of proverbs, and we were sat waiting for the check-in shit, so I just sort of started reading it. This woman's son came to her and said, oh, I did really bad at football today, I want to quit, I hate it, I want to quit, I hate it, I'm so bad. And the mum said, okay, that's fine, you can quit, but you have to quit on a day when you've scored 3 goals. And the whole thing is quit on a good day.
Really good.
Because you always want to quit on the bad days. If you still want to quit on a good day,
okay, really good.
That's when
That's
you know.
a really good proverb.
Because everyone has bad days of every, like in every
Yeah,
walk
and it's
of
like,
life.
what are you actually disliking about it? You're just disliking the failure or the like
Do you know what I
frustration, and that's actually not disliking the job.
Right.
Yeah, got it. Okay, really good. Oh, I love that.
Really
Thank
good.
you. That's really, really good. So you just had the best time.
So I just had that, yeah, we really just like rested and chilled and gymmed, and we went to the beach, and like it was roasting.
And then you had one fight.
We had one fight.
The whole time. That is so good.
And Raw's really easy on holiday because we actually just like to do the same thing, like get
Yeah.
up and like, the only thing about him is like, as he's gotten older, I've noticed he's got like,
recording enabled.
Hey?
sorry, he's always been like this. I mean, like, I'm the most unbothered person about time on planet
Too
Earth.
unbothered, potentially.
And yes, and
Perhaps
I
you could
said
have a
to
little
him-
sprinkle a bit more bother on there.
And I said to him, you must sprinkle a bit of unbothered because it's too much. Like, we're on holiday.
It's not the time, police.
We're not trying to get to a board meeting. What are you in such a rush for?
Right. And you haven't
And-
got reservations or anything, so it doesn't
And even if we
matter.
have a reservation, we're on a tiny island in Greece. They're not going to give a shit if you're 10 minutes late.
No, they won't.
They're not going to give away. We're not in central London.
No.
It's a compromise between both of us because he's also really patient because I just fucking take my time.
Well,
to
and
do
also,
everything.
it's a respect thing for other people's time, I suppose. If you wanted to deep it.
Yes.
He's like, you knew the time.
Yeah, that's
So
what he
work
always
toward
says,
the
that I
time.
always spend like time just waiting for you, and that's just annoying.
Yeah, and that feels disrespectful to him.
Which is fair enough. So that's something for me to work on too. Go to Cos. I cannot it's not super touristy. We also, basically, everyone said go and do the 3 Islands tour. To go with loads of people, it was like 80 people on a party boat, which is like my idea of hell.
Too much.
So we hired this little boat. It was only like 250 euros for the whole day, including a skipper.
Really good.
And we had the whole day on the, like, it was magical. And like in Mykonos, that would cost you 3 times the price.
Yeah.
So I just really, really recommend it. We also saw dolphins.
So good.
It was magical. I really recommend it. We stayed at Lango Design Hotel. It's brand new. The service was absolutely exceptional if anyone's looking for it. We got it on an EasyJet deal. It was a package.
Come on,
package
EasyJet.
deal. Highly recommend. One of my favourite islands. I
Oh,
would go
babe,
back.
really good.
Really good.
Oh, really good.
And how was the hen?
Guys, the hen was actually epic. I can really say with my chest, I had the best few days. Like, basically, I know Jess won't mind me talking about this, but one of Faye's friends, Jess, she's gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Really sadly, Jess's mummy passed away 2 months ago, and it was actually the 2-month anniversary on the Sunday that we were on the hen. Because we all knew that, and it was quite a small group, but we're not a group of friends. Like, we're Faye's friends from all over the place, but there were 7 of us. I think because we all knew that, it just like set the tone for the type of weekend we were gonna have. Like, I literally cried driving back from the airport because she had told me the story. Her talking about it, she's so incredibly strong and resilient and open and honest, and she dips in and out of like laughing in stories and crying, and she is just amazing. And I think when someone is speaking about something so devastating and something that you can't even really comprehend, but also allowing themselves to like be silly and feel joy, it's like you can't really help but have a really like magical time because you just feel really lucky to just be there.
Yeah.
I guess. So yeah, it was so nice, and Faye was on top form. She was being so silly, which I was thinking about it. I was like, that's actually really at the crux of a hen is what it should be about.
Fun and silly and
silly.
light.
Like, when are you silly and like you're getting so serious for your wedding, you're so conscious of how you look, you're so conscious of everything that's going to go on the day, blah 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 blah. You're not like letting go in anything. And she was just so ever so silly, honestly. One of the nights she got so trolleyed. I'd been to the toilet, I walked back in, she's on the kitchen counter butt naked.
Oh, so
all of the
good.
girls looking at her like this, clapping, laughing. She's dancing around, and then she goes, whoa, whoa. She's like pretending to jump off the counter. So then we all run, and she fully crowd surfs into all of us. We catch her naked body,
Oh, wow.
and she's just crowd surfing on us.
Really good.
It was just so funny. And Menorca, beautiful.
I can imagine.
Not a lot there, but absolutely gorgeous.
I love
Really
places
blue.
where there's not a lot.
The sea, I know.
So yeah, we've been on our hollybobs, and actually we both just really needed it.
Yeah,
I
we
think
did
that's
need
what
it, didn't we, to just switch off.
I just really have realised what a better person I am in the heat.
You've got seasonal affective
I
disorder.
really have seasonal affective disorder. And I did say to Raw,
Hello,
like,
Dino.
hello. I said to Raw, my actual like dream is to have like a holiday home in like the Caribbean, because it's really hot at Christmas, and the winter is what I really because like in summer you always go away normally.
You go away, but also it is hotter here, and London on a sunny day is really
it's beautiful.
10-10.
Yeah.
So you can kind of handle it.
But we haven't had a summer like that for a while now.
I know, it's meant to be the wettest summer on
I know,
record this
50
year.
days of rain, basically the whole summer. It sounds really stupid, but like the way that like the earth and like nature and like being just like feet on the sand and like in the sea.
Oh yeah,
and, like, the sun,
tops off,
it
sun
can
on your
actually
body.
like really heal you.
Gosh, she's pregnant, isn't she? Pregnancy is fascinating.
Babe,
Sorry.
that you have sex and then a fucking child comes out of you.
Have you seen all the Taylor Swift stuff?
Oh, that she's pregnant. I don't think
She's
is.
bloated. Leave her alone.
Yeah, I think she's also probably just about to have her period.
Yeah, or like also she's now in a relationship, she's having a bit of fun. He's a big boy, she probably like eats with him. I always find that if I'm with someone with a big appetite, I really put on the pounds.
Oh, I need to talk to you about, because you were just saying about eating. I've been reading this book. We talked about this a bit yesterday. Should I tell you after?
Tell me now.
About this book called Ultra Processed People by Chris Van Tulleken. It's
And
like the
we're
number
all
one
dying of processed food.
ultra processed food. I've actually written some notes about it. It's one of the most fascinating books I've ever read in my life. I can't put it down. It's about how basically in the UK 40%, no, everyone in the I hate it when I do this. Oh, it's gonna drive me fucking mental.
Babe, it's okay. Take your time. No one's in a rush.
Okay, so everyone thinks avoid junk food, it's bad for you. It's actually not about junk food. It's about all of our food being ultra processed to the point where a lot of it isn't actually food. It's molecules that look like food that they've added flavouring back to make it taste like food. It's not food. Like if you go and look at like a loaf of bread, what do you think's in a loaf of bread? Wheat?
Yeah, nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, very easy to make a loaf of bread at home. You
Do
don't
know
need
what I mean?
anything in it.
If you want to eat bread, eat bread. Don't avoid bread. Just don't eat the fucking supermarket shit that is actually full of chemicals.
You need a sourdough.
You need real food. And basically it's about how like we've evolved as a species over billions of years to actually only just eat food that comes out from the earth. And only in the last 150 years
have we not been doing that?
we've been eating, and like this generation we have like the smallest jaws of anyone in evolution, because we're not chewing real food, we're chewing crap. So this guy basically went on a diet of 80% ultra processed food for a month, but he didn't eat like unhealthy stuff. He just ate like, you know, like meal deals and like just like not unhealthy, like not junk basically, just like bread from the thing, or like, you know, that processed ham and she like just making a conscious effort to eat processed stuff. He put on 6 kilos, he couldn't sleep for a week, he couldn't shit, he did an MRI scan before and after, and like the way that his like memory functions, like everything had massively reduced.
Well, we were talking about it as well, weren't we, about how like it's like all well and good saying this, but there is really limited education around
100%.
all of it. Like you should be able to buy a loaf of bread and think that is good for you.
100%.
Like that should be right.
But also, but basically that is the problem, is that these companies having a piss.
It's a wealth thing. It's really expensive. We're not time rich. We're not rich. Like everyone's in the cosy lives. How are you meant to consciously every day eat not ultra processed food? It's so upsetting. You should be able to feed your kids well and not have to like shop at farmers markets and Whole Foods
and Whole Foods, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you should be able to feed your kids.
The problem is as well, it's like all these companies made killings, all of these food companies, like Hellmann's for it. If you make mayonnaise at home, it's literally egg and a bit of like
Sorry, I
olive
love
oil.
Hellmann's mayonnaise. That's so I would not be able to live without it.
No, me neither. And but the point of it, actually, at the beginning of the book, he says, keep eating as you're eating while you read this book. If you still read this and you still want to eat how you like, go for it. I'm only even 2/3 of the way through, and like even today, like now I'm going to check every single thing has shit that you can't even pronounce.
Holly and I did it for a bit. Tried really hard not to eat ultra processed food.
It's almost impossible.
It's almost impossible, especially when like say if I've just finished teaching, all I want to do is eat.
Yeah.
Unless I've made myself a packed lunch at home, I get a meal deal.
Yeah.
And that sandwich is full of it.
Things like eating intuitively, because so they did this really interesting study basically to see whether, you know, like it's a really interesting concept about like evolution and biology, because like we've evolved to like regulate how much water we need. We don't like measure how much water we're drinking, we just know we're thirsty, or like, you know,
So thirsty now you say that.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically, can children intuitively regulate what they need, like mineral wise, in their body if you give them foods and you just let them eat intuitively, but like you give them real whole foods, not crap. These children that came in with all of these like deficiencies, that one of them had rickets, one of them had scurvy. If you lay out food, they will intuitively pick things that make them better. Young children, toddlers, and about how basically like we can actually all regulate what we need, but we're so used to advertising, marketing, fad diets, carbs are bad, fat is good. Like it's so confusing that no one's in tune with what they actually need. Like from food, all you need is like energy and minerals and like goodness, but we're so bombarded by like, you know, a protein bar will give you, it's easier to eat a protein bar than it is to eat a chicken breast, obviously.
Yeah.
Our internal dials are all so like out of whack. I don't know, it's just really made me think about like, because everyone can get to the stage where you basically sleepwalk. You eat because you're onto the next and then onto the next, and I tried to not do that on holiday. It is amazing what it can do for you.
Yeah.
It's not to say don't eat crap. If you want to go and eat loads of cake, at least just like don't buy like the shittest.
But this is the thing, it's like you can make cake.
That's my point.
It's just the time though, and I do think it's like so easy to say, and then
100%.
you try and do it and you're like, oh. I think it's always about being conscious.
The touch points where I can actually make a conscious choice to not eat like a grenade bar and actually have like, I don't know,
chicken and rice.
Do you know what you mean?
So sad. This is the thing, you've got to have the stuff in and you've got to have the time to make
or
it.
like even having like 2 boiled eggs on the go would be better. Like buying those
Yeah,
little pots, do you know what I mean? That would be better for you than a grenade bar.
Yeah, a bit gross, but yeah.
But that's also the problem, is that it is a bit gross because we now have so much choice of yummier things.
Yeah.
And that is also half the problem.
Yeah, it is.
You have to be super conscious about it.
I mean, I would always rather cook, but I don't always have the time.
No, and
or
also
make.
when you're
I
out
don't
and
always
about-
make the time.
I don't know. This is not like to say stop eating shit because like I'm gonna eat shit forever. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to avoid basically things that you can't pronounce or that like you wouldn't recognise if you saw them on
like
a shelf.
you couldn't make at home, basically.
Basically, yeah. It's not necessarily also to just avoid it 100% because that's just not realistic. It's just on some occasions where you would opt for one thing.
You could make an offer to switch.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna eat Hellman's mayonnaise for
Listen,
the rest
it's
of my
not
life.
all the time. Sometimes you do accidentally drink a bottle of wine, or you do
Wine's
accidentally
not
eat
ultra
a
processed.
pack of bickies.
Wine's actually quite healthy for you in that respect because wine's just wine, it's just grapes.
No, but what about, that's why everyone says you should drink organic wine
wine.
because of the pesticides.
Oh, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna get to that granular level, you'll never fucking eat or drink anything.
And you can't live here. That's what I think. You must move away and live on the Mediterranean diet.
And that's what I thought about Greece. That's
Really
why I
easy
did
to
feel
eat well
good,
then.
because I actually, everything is just grown from
fresh
the
and
land.
nice.
Yeah.
And even when I was in Menorca, I was like, God, I would never cut up a watermelon and eat a watermelon at home. I love
Me too,
watermelon.
babe. I thought the
My
same.
fave.
Like, me too.
Get me a
When you
couple
say
of blank street and then I might be a bit nicer to everyone.
it. Okay, you ready?
Ready? Wait guys, this is really fun because we did say we were really owed a bit of a delirious, relaxed drive-through.
Slacks and relax.
It's
and you're getting it.
Listen, you are getting half the press, slacks and relax. That's what you're getting.
You're getting the real-time drama that we're also dealing with from last night. So.
Perhaps we could have a little sit down and an edit now. See if we can salvage this horrible situation and
Right,
get it up
we'll
whilst the
take you
appetite is there. Guys, I've got a crush. I didn't know whether to talk about this, but I've got the biggest crush.
Go on. Oh, duh. That's not news.
I've never spoken
babe.
about it.
You can't speak about that on here, I don't think. I think that you should keep that under wraps.
Can I
until-
say that much? Can I let them know I've got a crush?
on someone?
Yes.
Yeah. It will be news for them. It's not news for me because I've heard about it for like ever, but
No, babe,
it's-
I don't talk about it that much.
I
Oh,
never,
wow.
ever.
I'm crushing really hard at the moment. I'm crushing and crashing into the cliffs.
The problem is, babe, if he's also going to be publicity shy, we're going to have a problem.
He's not publicity shy.
Okay, but this is why we always talk about dating in the
I don't
industry.
actually know him, so I'm just making that up.
Well, considering what he does for a job.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know though, babe. People like that though, they do that for work and then their personal life
They're a
is
bit
private.
serious. No, I don't think he's serious. I think he's a bit unserious.
Is he like cool and like free?
I think he's like a bit of a free spirit.
Is he like happy to go where the wind goes though?
I think the wind could blow him anywhere and he would just go there. I think if the wind came along, he would just blow away.
Then he's got potential.
I think he's got potential, but he doesn't know it yet.
It is funny that this life is not for everyone. And like,
and I wouldn't push it on everyone, because I understand it's not.
And the good thing is, they know what they're gonna get from pretty much day one. Like, there's no hiding from this.
I don't even hold back now, because I was saying to Al earlier, I was like, when someone says, what do you do for a living? I just can't, I can't be asked to say I'm just a fitness instructor, because I'm just not.
That's also
it's really not the main
thing of your life.
No. And also, it just doesn't resonate. It doesn't feel like the truth.
It's also not very manifesty to say, oh, I'm just a fitness instructor, because that's actually not.
I feel like we should be speaking that into the universe.
No way.
No way.
I always just say I do content. I'm a content creator.
Yeah, and then the first thing they say is OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah, I've had that twice.
I reckon you could do foot fans.
I think I could get a niche for chubby boobs.
Foley fans.
Foley fans. Foley fans.
Chubby fans.
Did you watch the footy yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, we lost, didn't we?
Well, it's really actually embarrassing.
And it was the best lineup, was it? It's not good, is it?
We're missing some players. And also, by the way, we'll be at the Summertime Ball for our first game.
Who's playing at the Summertime Ball, girls? Jess Glim, she's always there. Sabrina Carpenter.
Yep, she's going, definitely.
Ray?
Yep.
Girls Loud.
Oh, girl. Megan Trainor.
Who else?
It's actually a fucking sick lineup.
How many songs do they do each? We're going to be there all night.
Right, David Guetta.
I'm looking for a man in finance.
That's not David Guetta.
It is.
It's not, it's Bill and Ted, babe. That's the third time.
It's David Guetta. I literally heard it this morning and they said about David Guetta. It's David Guetta, babe.
It's G6 and Bill and Ted.
It's David Guetta. David Guetta, new release, man in finance, girl on couch, Bill and Ted. David Guetta.
Mine just says girl on couch, Bill and Ted.
Finance. Trust fund. 6'5".
How weird. Look, mine will just says girl on couch, babe.
David Guetta must have done a remix.
Finance. Trust fund.
Love her.
6'5".
I can't.
Finance. Trust fund. 6'5". I'm looking for a man in.
Oh, it's the David Guetta remix.
He will play this. Hold on.
He will play this.
Looking for a man in finance. Trust fund. 6'5".
Wow.
But
Yeah,
we're gonna
guys, the gel bottle are taking us to Summertime Ball. Can we all deep
Yeah,
that?
dead.
A brand is taking us somewhere. Are you mad?
Are you mad?
Who are we?
David Guetta, Perry. I don't want you ever to forget about us.
In the backseat, looking into songs that make you think about me.
Jax Jones.
Oh my god, oh my god.
He's got some bangers.
Jax Jones? Don't even know. Next.
Katie Baser, Rudimental.
I've been waiting all night for you to tell me what you want.
Tell me that
Really
you're right
good.
there. Megan Trainor.
I could put my Gucci on. That's my favourite one. Sorry, no, Ticketman.
I just want to say Megan Trainor's new album came out last night. Every single song on there is an absolute banger. Yeah.
Absolute bobs.
Sabrina Carpenter. Na 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 need espresso.
I'm working late. Did you see her new video with Barry Keoghan?
Yeah. And then like basically
Hard
having
launch.
sex.
Hard launch.
I mean everyone knew her anyway.
That's the kind of boyfriend I want. H, come on.
Ella Henderson, Paul Russell, Becky Hill, Sugar Babes.
Round, round, baby, round, spinning that on me. I don't need no man, touch my guitar.
Ray.
And
that's it.
Epic lineup.
Really good lineup. We're getting hammered, babe.
Oh, Soph, I can't wait. I'm teaching in Moorgate at 6:30 the next day. Bring it on. We can still get pissed. Come on, grow up.
Do you think it'll be free?
Gel bottles card, is it, Soph?
Not to worry, we've got a company card. That's what the company card's for.
No, babe, we're not putting endless drinks on the company card. We must remember that is our money and our inheritance for us to be able to quit our stupid jobs.
Okay,
Love
so
you.
see you on Extra Sauce. Love you. Love you.
Love you.
I disagree.
Oh, I disagree. Guys, I inhaled my Blank Street. It's gone.
I'm having an ultra processed happy soda.
Cheers.
To ultra processed food. Oh my god!
Babe, no, not today.
So sorry. I'm
No,
ever so sorry.
that's tipped me over the motherfucker. I could cry. That was so loud. Why was that so loud?
When you hear what I'm going to tell
That's
you,
scary.
you'll have the same response.
Okay, wait, let me put this down then.
My sister was in Cannes airport. She goes up to the desk. There's this man in front of her. She starts talking to him. Hi, how are you? I went to the tag Hoya party. Oh, no way, me too. This is my sister. Oh, no way, me too. What did you do? He goes, oh, yeah, I'm an actor. And she was like, oh, have you been in anything that I would have seen? He was like, yeah, I was just in a film with Anne Hathaway. It's fucking Nicholas Galitzine!
Babe, I'm really hungover. Wow, were you so jealous?
She didn't even know who he was.
I
said,
wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have even recognised him from that, I don't think. In out of context.
I said to her, are you actually...
Babe,
What you should have
sorry,
said.
if you haven't watched that film, how would you know him? Mary and George. But if you hadn't watched either of them, how
I've
would
been
you know
talking
him?
about him non-stop.
But you wouldn't know what he looked like.
I reckon you were. She
No.
had a full 20-minute conversation with
And
this
she didn't
man.
get his number.
And I said to her, why did you not say my sister is available? And she was like, I thought you were
'Cause
in a
you're not.
relationship. And I was like, no, I'm highly available.
Yeah, she probably said, we actually live with your partner. Hi, Rory. It's very uncomfortable to be having this conversation in front of you.
It's not uncomfortable. He was right
What's
there
his name
next to
again?
me. Nicholas Galitzine.
Babe, he's really not good looking.
No, sorry, that's
Sorry.
No, sorry.
He's good looking, obviously, but he's not like leave Rory for him. He's not your all pass, surely.
He's 6'5".
Oh, it's just the height. Wow, is that
Come
what
on,
it
he's
is?
quite like angular and modelly.
He doesn't look that fit to me, to be honest. Also, I found that he had very little sex appeal in,
I dare of you.
yes.
So sorry I shouted at you. That was just such important
Sorry,
news.
any other day I'd be fine with it, but my head is banging and I'm unwell.
And she didn't even know. And I said, do you actually listen to anything that
Anne
comes?
Hathaway looks mental.
She's
there.
had so much work done.
Is she gay?
I said to her, have you not been listening to anything that's come up?
Babe, you fancy him there?
He's so sexy. That's a bad picture, actually.
I just think
No.
you really do like boyish boys, don't you? That's what I'm learning about you.
Yes. He's a bit pale for me, that's the only thing. I mean, Raw's not exactly tanned.
Not in those holiday snaps, God love him.
Oh, poor Raw, he always pulls a short
No,
he does
poor
stand
Raw,
next
that's
to me every
really
time.
unfair.
I know, his whole life.
I mean,
as
where
well.
else is he meant to stand? What are you going to do? Put a like Dulux colour chart in between you so it's less offensive?
But anyway, yeah, she had this full-blown conversation with Nicholas Galitzine.
I can't believe that actually.
He's really having his comeuppance now.
Speak of the devil.
Shall I follow him so I can do all that sort of shit?
No, he'll know who you are. And I know he looks. And
Everyone
he's just
knows
that
who I
kind of
am.
person.
Everyone knows who I am.
Not everyone. Nicholas Gallantine's doesn't. He's got no clue. He knows who your sister is though.
She came.
Oh my god, I don't know if this is a compliment.
Go on.
This is his sister. Do you think you'll see her again? And he replies, yeah, for sure. A bit mental, but good fun. Am I I am a bit mental.
Oh, I don't know.
I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I'm really not that like,
normal.
yeah, or like palatable. Like, I'm actually not very palatable.
What do you mean?
I go quite full force on a date because I think
No, because
I've learned
as you
in
should,
my
babe.
older
No,
age
I
that I'm
100%
not
agree.
gonna hold anything back.
Also, if you want to know what I'm like, I'll show you the full force of myself.
I probably give 97%
I
force.
completely agree. Because I just think if you don't know now, you're going to find out in a month anyway.
Like quite early doors, and I've had a few guys say this to me. They've been like, you've honestly just asked me 5 questions at once. I don't know where to start and why we're not still on that conversation that we were just talking about 5 seconds ago. But you know when someone's telling you things and you think of things along the way that you want to know and you don't want to forget? Just bombard them, and also that's how we communicate.
Yeah.
Like we talk about 55 things at
in
once.
one, yes. And we'll then come back to something 45 minutes later.
Exactly, and I'm like, keep up then.
Yeah.
Keep up, because I can't deal with it.
It is jarring when they just like, why do you want to linger on that dull conversation?
Bored.
I'm bored now.
How old was your mum when she had you?
Can I tell you? Someone once commented, I think you both have a bit of spicy ADHD. It's a very ADHD trait that always be on. No, I'm on another level, but I do think you have it on a lower level.
Do you think?
Of like always being like,
I know.
on to the next.
I know, but I don't have many thoughts
Most
at
people
once.
aren't like that.
I only have about one thought at a time.
That's what I was saying to you, babe. We're highly functioning. Lots of people are just like slow and measured. There's nothing slow or measured about
No,
us.
I'm so pacey, and I really realise that on dates because I just think like,
Was the convo a bit slow?
no, but I think he felt like he'd been in a tumble dryer or something.
Yeah, yes!
Like he looked a bit like
Yes,
actually
that's
like he had
exact-
seasickness
Yes.
after being with me.
Well, good, babe. Good thing that he knows now.
And also I just think like it's taken me a while to get back to the place of being like,
I am who I am. Take
yeah, and I feel really like worthy. Like I actually feel like a 10 out of 10 catch, and I haven't felt like that in a really long time.
Good.
So I'm just like, how lucky are you?
How lucky are you?
And if you don't get it, that's
your
fine.
loss, yeah.
People don't get things all the time, don't worry about it. I'm good, I'm gravy. Did you see my close friend story, which I've started doing, by the way? I'm having so much fun on it.
I don't think I'm on it because I haven't seen it.
Oh, you actually might not be, because I might have done something without you on it. About Colin.
Yes.
Guys, to remove Colin, my ex-boyfriend, to remove him as a named driver on my car,
Yeah,
it cost me
that's
£22.69.
That is sick.
I had to pay to get rid of him from my life, as if it wasn't hard enough.
Babe, how much was your premium?
I don't want to talk about it. It's actually sickening. No, it hasn't gone on yet.
Tell me right now.
My insurance is already 950 quid, so I can only imagine what it's going to be.
How many points was that with? 6.
Yeah,
That's £2,000.
it's going to be £2,000, isn't it? So I'm going to have to sell my car. So that's good. What are you laughing
Just
at?
too good.
Me?
Yeah, the £2,000 insurance. That's just brilliant.
Surely it's not going to be £2,000.
No
I remember
need-
last time
no
when they said
need-
£950, I was really sick on the floor.
No need to insure it, babe. No need. What do you need to insure that car for?
I'm going to drive
the
it home.
insurance is more expensive than anything else that car gives you.
I'm actually having heart palpitations now. Oh, the wine's really coming back up on me. I actually really can't believe
You can
it.
drive it home and leave it home. No, you're not.
I'm just out being a silly bitch, riding dick, getting drunk,
getting
and
points, getting my
getting
insurance up to
points,
£2,000.
getting the insurance up. I'll never be on the Volvo. I just think I need to get a grip. I need to go to finishing
The
school.
only reason that she's bothered is because she's not going to be on the Volvo.
Because I won't go on the Volvo, and because I'm
Oh, you
so
actually won't go on
tired.
the Volvo.
I'm so tired.
I don't know why you're always tired, babe. You must sleep more.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying not to bite your fucking head off. So I'm just collecting my
Your
thoughts.
favourite response is, I'm just so tired. Just think, okay, we're all tired. I know that you have a physical job. I understand that that's the thing that's contributing.
We're not all tired. Some people aren't tired and therefore they don't say I'm tired.
But why are you so tired?
Because of my job.
Yeah, the physicality
Yes,
of it.
baby,
yeah.
you mad?
I think
I'm a
you-
professional athlete.
I think
But I don't get treated like one. I don't get physio, I don't feed myself well, I don't sleep enough, and I then do another job where I have to just talk all the talking time. Well, no talking left.
that's why I think HIIT will be good, because it will actually make you not so tired. It's not that
I am
tiring.
just like a bit sleepy all the time. I'm sorry about it. Get over it. I'm tired. Cry me a river. It's my narrative. Fucking
You
tired.
do have a lack energy mindset.
Do I fuck? Look at me, positivity. All I see is rainbow and sunshine through these things, baby.
What did you want to tell me about being tired? Why did you talk to me about being tired?
I didn't. You just told me off for being always tired. I wasn't
You are
even talking about
always
it.
tired.
I'm tired right now because I was sucking dick till 4 a.m. and I didn't wake up till 8.
Do you know what I mean? That's an irresponsible decision to make
Yeah,
as
it
an
was.
adult.
Yeah, it was. And then he was snoring so loudly. So how am I meant to sleep?
I would have gone on the sofa.
I was tempted to
I
leave.
always think that if that was me,
I didn't know how to get out.
maybe you must carry earplugs with you. I'll give you a pair.
Oh, it's so embarrassing.
It's less embarrassing than to say you're tired all the time after you've been sucking dick till 4 in the morning.
I think I'm allowed on a Saturday at 5:36 when I've had 4 hours sleep and my vagina's been split in two to say I'm a little tired. I think I'm allowed. If you're allowed to feel the full force of your anger, I'm allowed to feel the full force of my tiredness. Also, can I tell you I can't stop trumping? Have you heard them?
Yes, I have.
I've done about 5 trumps.
I think they're quite sweet though. They're not very offensive.
It's really embarrassing when a trump comes out by
I don't know why you
accident.
feel embarrassed around me, because I am actually the queen of trumps. There's no one that trumps more than
She's
me.
so trumpy and
No
they're
one
really
could
toxic.
Ever out trump me. So don't be embarrassed. Don't even bother opening the window, babe.
It doesn't even smell.
I'll just intoxicate myself with it. Not
But
to her.
it just was finding it funny that I'd been doing it the whole time then. I couldn't control them, they just kept bombing out.
Do you know what happened at the Battle of Hastings? I got an earful because he said I'm thick, and I said
1066?
Yeah. Do you even know who they were against?
I wouldn't even know what country it was in. France, I'm guessing.
I don't even know. I still don't know. He was trying to explain to me, and I just stopped listening. Really.
Do you cheat to history? It is worrying, actually.
Yes,
now
I
think
do.
about
But
it.
I really only tutored the 20th century. Like, I don't remember anything from school.
Oh, but can I just say one thing? The
Yeah.
other night, I drove on one of the nights on the hen. So I was really sober and everyone else was absolutely tiddled off their tidders. Our waitress didn't speak any English. I ordered for the entire table.
Spanish.
En Espanol. Took place approximately 7 miles northwest of Hastings. Oh my God, it's called the Battle of Hastings and I said it was in France. But Hastings is obviously in the UK.
I wouldn't have even known. I don't even
Am
know.
I
where,
okay?
I don't even know where Hastings
I think
is.
I've been to Hastings.
I thought it was in Cornwall. Apparently, it's near York. That's what I mean. Like, I'm really concerned
East
about.
Sussex. It was a decisive Norman victory. I just think we should avoid all topics away from bang chatting because it's not right to come across as this thick.
I'm really highly concerned about the rate at which I'm losing brain cells.
I actually don't think I've got one left. One language I am fluent in is bullshit. I find it, I hate to go back to dating, but I do find it on dates. You know, when you're with someone that's intelligent and you think,
Was he
"Oh,
quite intelligent, Doggy?
yeah, he used to be an accountant. And you
No,
know when you're like,
sorry, no. Accountant doesn't always mean intelligent. Accountant means book smart.
no, but I think he is.
Oh.
You know when you can tell.
Yeah, I do. Are you actually going to sell your car, babe?
Depends how much the insurance does go up, real talk, but I have to do it without telling my dad because I just
That's
really don't want to put him in an early grave, and I feel like telling him that I've got that many points on my licence and my premium's gone up X amount will actually maybe kill him.
I do think you need to tell him that.
I don't want to be done for murder.
No, I don't.
I don't.
I don't think you need to tell
Manslaughter?
him.
What is it?
That would be manslaughter because you didn't mean to kill him.
I didn't mean to be this much
Of a
loser.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, someone asked me to talk about something on Drive Thru.
Is it my skin?
No, it's
Someone's
not.
asked me to talk about my skin as well.
What would you like to say about your skin then?
Well, someone just said, can Ali give me her skincare secrets? Because I'm really struggling with acne. And honestly, guys, my skincare secret is medication.
Yeah.
So,
it's
like,
not a
I
secret.
can't give you the secret because my acne is really specific to my body. Like, I have an excess of testosterone in my body because I have PCOS.
That's where the aggression comes
For that reason, my acne, it wasn't because my oils were overproducing, it was purely because of a testosterone imbalance in my body. And so the medication that I'm on, all it does is rebalance the testosterone levels in my body. And this is my natural state if I didn't have excess testosterone, and this is what my skin should look like if I didn't have an hormonal imbalance. If you don't have what I have, there will always be a cause. I think in the Western world, we're so used to just treating the symptoms. There will be a cause for the reason that your skin is bad.
Good point, babe.
What is the cause? I would definitely recommend seeing a private dermatologist if you can afford it. It is expensive, but like if your skin is something that gets you down every day, it will be the best money you ever spend.
And then also actually maybe Skin and Me is a really good alternative option for having like prescribed skincare that isn't going to cost you.
But also like you need to have prescribed skincare with ingredients that are actually going to treat your specific skin and your concern. It's really pointless to just use all these active ingredients if you don't actually know what the problem is with your body and your skin.
Sorry, I just must tell you, you need to put these on because Clapham looks like Ibiza.
Whoa.
How good?
They're so yellow.
Yeah, isn't it just like a different world? I've taken them off and I feel miserable again, bleak.
Also, my other big recommendation, sorry, these are expensive recommendations, but you did ask.
Classic. Ask a rich bitch and this is what you'll get.
Do you know what I mean?
Listen.
Is the LED current body face mask.
She's
and I
obsessed.
bang on about it all the time. I just really think investing in your skin is something that you will not ever regret.
If it's something that like is on your mind.
100%.
Yeah.
If you're a girl who suffers with skin issues and you feel like it gets you down.
Yes.
And also, okay, my top 3 things are retinol, get a prescribed retinol, use that LED face mask, and SPF. Like if you're putting all these expensive creams on and stuff and you're not wearing SPF, it's honestly a complete waste of time and money.
It's silly. Oh yeah, listen to this podcast. Do you ever listen to Everything Is Content, the only one?
No.
I don't often listen. Paul sent me this episode the other day and it was really interesting just because loads of people recently have been speaking to me about the debate about Botox. Obviously the fact that we both speak so openly about it and that we get it, and about how now aging has become something that you choose to do or don't. That's such a bizarre concept when you think about like historically aging is like such an incredible thing because not everyone lived to age.
So true.
And now it's like you opt out when you have money, largely, because it's a privilege to be able to afford to opt out of aging, obviously. But it's like you almost choose not to age physically if you want to, or like not at the rate that you naturally would. And that obviously then like extends your like pretty privilege in the way that people view you. And they were talking about the difference between women and men, how when men get loads of work done, we really like scrutinise them and think they look really awful. But we like really love and naturally like a George Clooney who's like just got old and wrinkly and we all still think he's so handsome.
Opposite for women.
Opposite for women. Complete opposite.
Yes, so true.
The whole thing is fascinating, especially as you get older and you start to like notice how I'm really noticing how as I get older my insecurities are shifting. I used to be insecure about such different things than I am now, and it's not because they've gone. Those things haven't disappeared that I used to be insecure about. I'm just like amassing new insecurities and those ones matter less. And I don't know why that is. I'm guessing it is to do with aging.
Even today, this is so stupid. I've been wearing these heavier earrings. Normally I wear like a little huggy. I took them out and I thought, oh my god, I've got saggy earlobes. Oh my god.
You thought your earlobe has stretched.
And I thought, fuck, I'm gonna have to get you. Kris Jenner had earlobe surgery where they basically cut her off. And I thought, god, can you imagine telling my 21-year-old self you're gonna be worried about
your earlobes?
earlobes?
Do you think that the procedures that you have done are based largely on that, or do you think they're still based on aesthetic?
No, I think they're based on aesthetic.
Do you?
Yeah. The anti-aging thing is the tox.
I think there's certain things that we do, and I don't know whether this is just like it can be both things, but I think there's a lot that we do that is to have a youthful look.
100.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because youth equals good
in our society. This was another thing I was thinking with like being on holiday with Jess and like talking about her mum.
How old was her mum?
She was in her 50s.
So young.
But it was just really sudden, and she's left behind like 3 young kids, and you know, Jess doesn't have her mum at like a lot of milestones in her life, and that is just horrendous. You know, she was talking a lot about how it does change you as a person, obviously. Because what a blessing to
Getting
age.
older is such a blessing.
Yeah, it's so much pressure on a thing that, yeah, is an absolute blessing, and if it got taken away from you, we'd be heartbroken.
That's why I don't think half of it is, I think a lot of it is the aesthetics of it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in your 30s and 40s, it's just that the reasoning shifts. But I think a lot of the reason now, like, young people do it because they think it's really fashionable.
Yeah.
It is a trend now.
I
Like,
think it makes them look like part of the kind of...
like zeitgeist.
Yeah, I was going to say zeitgeist. You said it the other day and I love it as a word. Zeitgeist. Guys, are you loving the little singing videos? I must tell you before we go about the hissy fit I had. Basically, I just had a complex. I was coming on my period and I was really bad vibes. And I think it is a greater thing. If I were to like therapize it, let me just lean back and I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, yeah, go.
Oh, that's so nice.
Would you like me to therapise, or are you going to self-therapise?
I'm going to self-therapise because I'm so fucking self-aware right there.
You're so enlightened. I don't know if you know.
My feet do not touch the floor. I don't know what to tell you. Basically, I think what it is, I struggle with sometimes the path that we're on, because the destination is obviously very different to the journey. Absolutely fine. Most of the time I'm very comfortable with that. I'm really excited about it. There are parts of
The journey.
influencing on this journey that I don't
Love.
enjoy, prescribe to, or feel very good at. When those things crop up and I have to do them on days where I feel like I don't look like an influencer, I don't move like an influencer, I don't talk like an influencer, I can't do it like an influencer, I get very stroppy and I throw my toys out the pram. When I was doing said toy throwing, Ali Mack sent me a video of her doing it absolutely perfectly, and I thought, I'm going to throw my phone on the road and I'm not going to do this anymore, and she can do the silly shitty singy dancey videos and I'm not doing it, and I'm so bad at this and I'm awful and I'm not an influencer and I hate myself. And then anyway, Al actually just showed me how to do it, and then I just did it, and now they're doing really well.
Okay, my thought on this is, I know it's going to happen with you, that you are just going to get to that stage where you just throw the toys out the pram, so I just think, fine, let her just... Now we've been through the motions of it a couple of times, I just think, oh fine, she'll come back around, not to worry.
Yeah, I'm not actually quitting.
No, obviously.
Me literally shareholders agreement in hand, about to rip it up. I was actually that close to walking to district and saying, Fran, you no longer
But babe,
manage
you're
us.
it's so dramatic.
I know, it's catastrophic.
It is so unnecessarily dramatic.
Babe, I actually
No,
can't take that coming from you. Sorry. Anyone else can say that to me but you. Are you mad?
No.
Did you just hurt yourself?
No, because the only person who's given you those parameters is yourself. You do have some limiting beliefs in that respect.
I wish they'd open up the zeitgeist and let a few more wrong uns in. Then I wouldn't feel so weird.
Why? Who's making you feel weird? Because to be honest with you, on that day, maybe my video made you feel that way. But other than that, the only person that put that into your head was you. I just would like you to remember that, to not quit on that day, because that was a bad day.
Yeah. Well, I didn't quit.
No,
thank
I know.
God.
I know. This is the thing about her. I know she won't.
No,
she
but
won't.
only because I genuinely, if someone said to me, just so you know, this is it, I might struggle and I might quit. But because I know that's not true, and I know everything we do is for a reason and for a greater purpose, I shall persist.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And I shall find joy in the journey.
If this was it for the rest of my life, I would struggle with that
Yes,
too.
exactly.
But I also
We
think,
both
like,
would.
I have to do this too. 95% of this is the journey. Obviously, there are going to be some shit that, like, I
Yeah,
hate.
of course. Also, there are bits I, like, obviously really enjoy. I think it is also okay to not, like, run and jump and love everything.
100%.
And I get frustrated because I'm like, it's a stupid video, you silly bitch, just do it. And I find them so hard. Like, genuinely, like, I'm doing, like, my GCSE maths exam again. That's how hard it feels to me. It feels 10 out of 10 hard.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a man in finance.
Do you still feel that way about them?
No, because I'm being a bit more flippant with it now.
That is exact for everything, I think.
Yeah.
You have to. I think maybe also for you sometimes maybe.
Shall I
things
come back
like,
up?
No, you can stay down there.
Okay.
We're still in our therapy session.
Sorry.
I think it is a bit of that thing of, like, we always talk about water off a duck's back. Like, I think in general you probably deep things slightly more.
100%.
And so, like, everything, like, runs much deeper for you.
I'm so, guys, I knew this about myself, but I've never learned anything harder and faster in the last year than how sensitive I am. I am ultra sensitive. I am sensitive to the maxo. Maxo sensitivo.
That's so true.
I'm so sensitive.
And I think it is
in every sense of the word.
Yeah, and I think it's what makes you so
even
wonderful.
My rashy body, I'm so sensitive.
Because I just think that's what makes you so soft and kind and lovely and warm and gentle.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like me too, babe. By the way, I'm like almost unsensitive. It's like sometimes
You've
I
turned
come
your
across like a cow.
You've turned it off.
But I think probably like Raw and I need to compromise and be a bit more bothered, and he needs to be a bit more unbothered. Probably the same here.
Yeah. Oh, listen, every day I strive to be less sensitive. I strive to get to like a kind of like...
No, I don't want you to be less sensitive because I don't want you to lose your rawness, but I think there are instances which it could be dialed down.
And when I'm being affected deeply, I just need to find a few coping mechanisms for that. Because I don't think I'll... I don't think I'll ever not be penetrated.
Totally agree. I totally
agree. But I
agree.
think I need to find a like barrier cream. Do you know what I mean?
Also, babe, we always forget we're only a year and a half into this.
We only forget we're only young.
I think often because what we do is so like weird and there's no structural routine, like there will be people working at Goldman Sachs who feel the same way, but it's so much more quantifiable.
Yeah, and I guess also like resilience is like thrust upon you in that space, whereas because we kind of like work for ourselves,
and sometimes you do have the space to go into that spiral.
You can't, you've got no one like, well, I've got you obviously, but you all sit in the mud with me, so you've got no one really just being like, get on with it. I would love to be a bit more emotionally resilient.
Yes, that's the word.
I think that would be so nice for me.
To just go, oh, it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. Bigger things. It's all about perspective is actually so helpful. I've been really thinking that recently.
Really?
Yeah, because I just think like, even that, like zoom out. Make that video matter in a year's time. Zoom out. Zoom me.
You can use that for everything. If you fight with someone,
it's just doing this. Holes this morning was just asking me like how I felt about everything, and I was like, my actions last night, for example, like I can be really like frivolous about them because in the moment, in the present, when I was really present last night on that date with that human being, not for 1 second did I think I want this to stop. Then you escape that presence and you get into the thoughts of past and future or judgment or social narratives of what a young woman who gallivants like that is and what it says about her, and suddenly like you get almost like phantom symptoms of like guilt or regret, when actually like I don't feel that. I don't know why I went on to that, but I just thought that was
having perspective.
Like my thought process was that was something that if I had allowed that to spiral, I could have pasted like a narrative onto myself, whereas actually if I just stop and I think about like what it actually is in the present and it's not that deep, or it wasn't that deep to me, then I feel so much better. And I think that's how I have to look at it with some of the stuff we do. It's like, is it that deep? No,
none of it's deep. Even when you're at the top of the mountain, it's not that deep.
It's not deep.
We're not doing open heart surgery and we're not saving lives. Also, so much of the time, all of those like messy, ugly, frustrating or funny or like all those bitty things lead you onto something. You know, it's like breadcrumbs. Like life is just so full of like one door opens and then you just like, it's just like it is a journey, and like embracing all parts of that journey sometimes is so much more difficult.
You're very good at being on the journey, I think. I really do believe that.
I think it's because, babe, my childhood was a journey in itself. I've learned so much about rolling with the punches.
Yeah.
You know, and like it doesn't matter. Half of this shit that we all worry about, like it doesn't matter. Half the shit I get angry about, it doesn't fucking matter. None of it really matters. Like as long as the people that you love are like safe and healthy and like you have a roof over you, we're so lucky. So what?
So what?
Like so fucking what?
So what? You got Botox in your forehead and you shagged a man you don't know. So what?
So what? Rolling with the punches though, it is a lesson. You can only learn that lesson by getting punched a couple of times, basically.
Try and try again.
Precisely.
There was a girl in my DMs the other day asking about drama school, and obviously I couldn't really help her with that because I auditioned so long ago and I wouldn't know anything about the process anymore. But she was saying that she was most nervous about the fear of rejection, and I was just like, actually, if there's one thing I really learned through being rejected so many years in a row via so many different drama schools,
I think rejection is one of the best things.
It's epic. It's epic because it's like just the perfect lesson in life doesn't go how you want it to always.
I just always think this about life. Like plants grow from thunderstorms, flowers grow out of thunderstorms. Like so many good things come from bad moments. That sounds really weird, but actually often that's how life works.
So true. You like everything coexists all the time.
You're always learning and you're always growing, and like that is the good thing about getting older, is that you've got some like,
so true.
You've got some badges on you, and like I know.
Yeah, gotta be bruises.
Right.
Battle scars.
And I know what I'm doing now, and I know how to handle myself next time someone punches me in the gut, and like,
Yeah,
it's just you just learn
how to have difficult conversations.
I love you.
Oh, I love you, baby.
I was thinking about you so much on holiday.
Because you missed
I
me.
missed you, yeah. Just thought, can you imagine if I didn't have my life with her?
I know.
What would I do?
Oh, well, I'd have quit, probably.
All of this shit is teaching me. I've actually been thinking about you so much. Maybe because I've been thinking about my dad. Like, even with you, like,
Learning how to, you said something really sweet the other day.
I said that you're healing my fear of abandonment one day at a time. Like,
Yeah.
learning how to actually, like, fully put my whole life's trust in one other person that's not Raw. Because he's the only person on planet Earth, other than her now, that I would, like, entrust with my life that isn't my family.
Yeah, and that is really hard to do, and I'm learning that a lot actually as I like get older and I harness the friendships I do have that I hold really closely to me. It's really rare to have ride or dies. We have some good ones and we're really lucky because not a lot of people get that, and the only way you'll get that is by doing that.
By taking a
Open,
risk.
show me,
Yeah.
show
No,
me.
and
Ugly,
but
oh I
that's
want the
what-
ugly and I want it all, otherwise what are we?
That's what one of the best things about you is, like the other day, so we had this.
This was a fight because I fully shouted at Al. I told her off.
She was like,
for
I'm not
sending
fucking
me
stupid!
a perfect video.
And then I said to her, and then I just went Oki XX so pathetic.
She does. She only does Oki kiss. It's so funny. You do Oki, and that's fine. But if it's Oki kiss, you know she's pissy with you.
And then she was like, no, babe, you're angry. Come on, let's hear it. And
Let it out.
I actually am so obsessed with you because how many people would do that? Be like, come on, let's hear it.
Yeah, let's have it. Because also, I knew I deserved it, so I was like, go on, give it to me.
Come on.
Because like you do, like I've provoked something in you, and it was because I was like flaring, but I used you as my punching bag, so I shall now return the favour. Punch me. Do you know what I mean? Like I punched you for being a perfect influencer, and now you need to punch me for being an aggy, stroppy cow.
Bitch.
I was so stroppy. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill.
Babe, I do that every single day, so don't worry. And then she was like, sorry that you got my collateral, and I was like, babe, of all the people to be apologising for collateral, it's not you.
But it's really good. Like I just think like we're all desperate for human connection, and we're all desperate to be there for the people we love. But it is
But actually
fucking
doing it.
impossible to do that unless you see them and you rip off all the faces and the masks and the layers and the coping mechanisms and the bullshit. I can't be there for the majority of my friends because we can't have that relationship. I think it's very hard to have that with multiple people when you're not together all the time.
100%. I don't know, I would say most people only do that for their partner.
I think sex helps. I actually think being
Yeah,
intimate with
that is
someone
true.
physically helps you be vulnerable with them
That is
emotionally,
so
and I think that
true.
might be why it happens
So
more.
true.
Do you have less of the angst around it now?
Around.
Letting me in?
Oh yeah. Even in real life.
Real life or not? TikTok life?
No, like rather than on text.
Oh
I would
yeah,
be
yeah,
so
yeah.
much, it would be much easier for me to just like snap at you
Yes.
now.
And feel safe in
And
doing
feel
that.
way be like whatever.
Yeah.
Like so
She's
whatever.
not gonna dump
And
me.
I'm not-
What's happening with therapy at the moment? Have you stopped?
No,
he's
been
just
away.
away, and you were away.
I'm going to talk about jealousy next week, I think.
Oh, good.
I don't know why. I'm very, very aware of it. It's
That's
really,
really
weird
self-aware.
though. The one person I never get jealous about is Raw, ever.
I was in other girls fancying him.
Ever.
Yeah.
A girl could honestly come up and take their top off in front of him and I'd be like, cool. There's lots of different shades of jealousy because some of it is emotional jealousy. Like if someone
Yes.
was, I would get it with you emotionally. I would get it with him. If he started having a best friend that kind of filled my role a little bit and gave
Wouldn't
him some,
like that.
That would be more offensive for me than him like being in a club with loads of girls.
Yeah, fair.
Also, I like grew up with a sister. We've always been really competitive. I also have like 15 cousins.
You also went to all girls
All
school,
girls school, so
which
my
I
whole
think
life has
nurtures
just
that
been like
massively.
super competitive, and like I think it's just quite inbuilt in me.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure a lot of people resonate with that because I also think that we are taught that that is what meanness is when we're young and we're girls and someone's bitchy to you and it's like, oh, it's because they're jealous of you. And there might be some truth in that, but it also does harvest an inbuilt assumption.
that being jealous is being bitchy.
Yeah, or any kind of dislike towards someone is jealousy. And it's like it confuses like
Yes,
complex
so
emotions
true.
into something that is just like perhaps not even that. Or it might even make you think, oh, I'm jealous of her, and actually if you unpicked it you'd be like, oh wait, no, I'm not.
A lot of the time that's what it is. You see that thing and your immediate emotional response is I'm jealous.
I'm
I hate
jealous.
her. For me, a lot of it is I don't dislike you. I dislike maybe the opportunity that's been presented specifically
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah. Which also is like really fair,
And
I
really
think.
normal. And everyone has that.
So normal. As long as you handle that within yourself with grace and you remind yourself that your time is coming. The worst is when you let it
dictate you.
Yes, and dictate your actions, and it makes you mark your territory. Like, it's just not a nice thing to lean into.
That's all of this as well. Is like, as long as you're aware of it and you're actively making sure it doesn't make you
and you're not putting her down or pissing all over
it's
her.
It's okay to be jealous, 100%.
And also, it's a fire. Like, that's a fire in your belly, especially if it's something specific.
It's a driver for me sometimes, and it really lights a fire up my ass to think, I'll fucking show you.
Yeah, and I don't think that's always a negative thing.
No.
I think just as long as that doesn't become something that's like...
all of you.
I used to date from such a lack perspective, actually.
Yes.
I used to date because either kind of hated men, so I was just doing it because like, oh, something I have to do, or like, oh, I'll show them that they'll fancy me, or like, I don't know, it was a really like twisted way of dating. Then it came from a place of like, I don't have a boyfriend, I'm lacking someone, I need someone to fill that space. I don't date like that at all anymore, and it's made the whole game different, like crazy different. I won't lose sleep over no text.
Do you know what I mean?
I won't lose sleep.
Because I'm a catch, and if you don't want me, that really sucks to be you.
I will sleep pretty.
The thing is, guys, all of this shit, you can only learn it on your own. You know, everyone has these questions, and what's your advice?
Yeah, sorry, this is where it all stemmed from. Babe, you're getting really good at your segues. You're actually you're masterful. I need to take notes. You're really, that is...
I didn't even mean to do that, but thanks so much, everyone.
Excuse me, sir. Can you give us a round of applause? Thank you.
Everyone thinks, oh, I'll just listen to them and then I'll do
have
it
the
myself.
answer.
It's just bollocks, guys. How many times did your mum tell you not to snog the mean boy?
How many times did Lucinda Plunkett tell me not to get my belly button pierced because the hole would never heal up? Alas, here I am.
Do you know what I mean?
10 years later.
All of this stuff, you have to learn it by yourself, and like just find your 3-man, 4-man crew that can get in the boat with you and just sail the seas, guys. They're going to be rough and tumbling.
Get on the deep blue.
Get on the deep.
Who on the deep blue.
You don't need very many people on that boat. Just get a couple.
You just need a nice man who will cook you a Greek salad.
Guys, we must go.
And I'm really sorry about me, guys. I promise I'll be... Oh no. Oh, I hate it when you do this. Oh my god, what is it? Oh my god, babe.
You're gonna die.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Okay, guess who's requested a cameo from us?
Doggy Dave?
Yeah.
He is rich!
He's asked for a roast. And he's gonna pay us £17.40. That is fucking good. I'll let you off, Doggy Dave.
On the floor.
Oh, I will let you. We've got to do it.
Fair play to him.
We have to do this though.
He just paid for us to do a cameo. I was on a date with
Let's
you
do it right now.
last night.
Guys, we must
Gonna
go
do it on
because we
cam.
have to do this.
Okay, right, let's get comfy. What are we gonna say? Let me give you some facts.
Right, listen up.
Okay, so an enormous he didn't make me come. He's 6'2", not 6'5". I actually am dead.
If you want a roast, you've come to the right place. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm quite savage.
Get ready for a side of roast potatoes and stuffing. I wouldn't drop $17.50 on anyone.
I wouldn't even pay Angelina Jolie $17.50.
You okay? You quite well?
Don't worry, we've done it already, so we can't retract it. We've already been paid.
I might never see him again because we did go quite hard. As we should.
You asked for a roast, we'll give you a roast.
Guys, this has been the longest ep of our lives.
These episodes, as the season goes on, I'm so sorry, they are just 5 hours long.
Oh, I'm gonna ask in the comments, please can you tell us like dream guests and that they like a bit realistic that we might be able to get in the next 2 weeks.
I think we're gonna get you.
Could we all just bombard? Basically, what I want us to do is all decide on one person.
And then bombard them.
And then let's go. Let's get them.
Babe, that's genius.
I think it's genius because I've seen people do it. I'm taking it from the zeitgeist. I'm so excited for this. You can call me daddy now that I'm paying your rent. We better go and have dinner with our raw.
Love you, everyone. Thank you so much.
So yeah, one person we all pick. We all need to decide. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm not having any of this bullshit. We're all friends here. We're all galleys. So let's pick one.
And also, can everyone stop expecting us to do all of the work? It's so jarring.
Help! You get on your X or your TikTok or your Twitters or your emails, your newsletters, your DMs, and you help us find the person and get that person in the back of this car.
Okay, yeah, babe, I like the way you think. Very good, inspired.
I love you all so much, and I promise next week not to be intoxicated.
Love you.
Love you.
Mwah.